Welcome guys, this is Sweet Faith Fashion. I want to show you guys how to cut and sew an amazing center style. So I have a measurement, my measurement here, I have a length of 34, back of 9.5, a sleeve of 10 and a body of 44. So let's proceed to the drafting and the cutting of the style. From here, I have my chest measurement, my body measurement, which is 44. Then you will divide your 44 by 4. 44 divided by 4, which will give you 11 inches. Which will give you 11 inches. This is 11 inches. You have your 11 inches. Then plus your sewing allowance, I will add 1.5 inches to my 11 inches, which will make it 12.5 inches. Which will make it 12.5 inches. Then for the pleating overlap, where the eyelet and the rope will be, I'm going to add an additional 6 inches to it. Additional 6 inches. You know, I already have my material folded like this, so that 6 inches I'm going to divide it by 3, which is 6 divided by 3, which will give me 3 inches. So after having my 12.5 inches, then I will add additional 3 inches to it, which will make it 15.5 inches. Here I have my 15.5 inches. Can you see? That 15.5 inch, that 6 inches I divided by 2 is what gave me 3, and I added it to my 12.5, which gives me 15.5 inches. So I have it folded like that. Then I measure the length of my senator. I have a measurement, a length of 34 inches. The length of 34 inches. I just add 1 inch to it to make it 35 inches. 1 inch to make it 35 inches. You know, when I want to cut my back panel is going to be a 4 inches longer than my front panel, so I don't need to add much folding allowance at the hemming side, at the hemming part rather. So I just have to add 1 inch to the 34 inches which I have as my length measurement. Then I mark it here also, 35 inches. 35 inches. Then I place my ruler on it and roll it straight down to connect the both lines together, so that I can have a straight hemming part. Can you see it? So I've rolled this part already. I'm going to trim it out like this. Make sure you cut all the edges straight. So that's it. Now we have our front panel. So the next thing we are going to do here, sorry for this. The next thing we are going to do here, we need to shape out the front panel to bring that style out, that design, to bring it out before we cut our back panel. So this is the wrong side of my fabric. I indicate it like that. This is the wrong side of my fabric, and this is the right side of the fabric I'm using. And this is the upper part. This is the upper part where my neck will be, and my armhole. This is the upper part. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to consider my body measurement again, which is 44 divided by 4, which gives me 11 inches plus my 1.5 sewing allowance, which will give me 12.5 inches. So as you can see that design is at the right hand side of that senators. It's at the right hand side. So this is my left side. When I open it like this, it will fall at the left side. So I need my 12.5 inches here. Straight down, 12.5 inches. This is 12.5 inches. Then I will check it here also. Yes, I have my 12.5 inches straight down. Then I give it a notch. I will give it a notch. That notch I give it, that one will indicate my center point, the center part of my fabric. That's the center part. You can make use of your pressing iron to indicate the center part so that you won't have any errors while doing your own. So I've given it a notch here and at the down part also. So what is left here, you can see that I have 6 inches left. The 6 inches we added to it that we divided by 2, which give us 3 the other time. This is the 6 inches left now that we are going to use as our design at the right hand side. Now let's proceed. As we have it here, I've do the ironing. I've ironed the center part. I've do the ironing so to indicate my center part very well. Then I come over here to my shoulder line. I come over here to mark my neck line. I mark 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. I've marked it right here. Then I open this one a little bit to mark that 2.5 at the right side of the fabric to mark it. Just mark it like that. I've marked it. So then you will open your fabric like this. You open it. This is our center line. This is our neck. Our neck will be from this point to this point, just like this. So this is where our neck is. This is our neck. Then what you will have to do here again to get your design to make it place very well, then what you do is just mark 2.5 inches away from your neck point. 2.5 inches from this point to this point is 2.5 inches. Then to get the exact measurement at the down part, just measure it from your center neck. It gives us 5 inches. Then come over here and measure the 5 inches from the center line. Then mark your 5 inches like this. 5 inches. Yes, I have my 5 inches here. Then the next thing we have to do now is to make the pleating. So you hold the fabric from the down part here and hold it from the upper part here. You see how I did my own? Then fold it like this. Fold it like this. Make sure your measurement is accurate. Make sure you are having 5 inches here. You can as well measure the middle part. Make sure you are having your 5 inches. Make sure it's 5 inches. It's not above or less than 5 inches, and confirm it at the down part as well. Make sure you are having your 5 inches. Then you iron it straight down. So I've done my ironing. One thing about this style is that you can decide to make it vertical or make it horizontal. You can decide to make it in a vertical line or horizontally. So, but I'm making this one horizontally like this. So, if you are making it vertical, it will be like this. Do you understand? It will come across your chest, but this one is going straight down like this. Then, the next thing you have to do after doing your ironing on your 5 inches, the next thing you have to do here, you need to make a fold. You make a fold of 1 inch, sorry. Make a fold of 1 inch. Place your chipu under that little. Make sure you are having 1 inch. Make sure you are having 1 inch, so that the pleating, the overlap, it can lap very well. One inch. Then come over here to confirm it. I have my 1 inch. Then come here again. Make sure you are having your 1 inch all through. Then place the material on it. You know we are dealing with the right side of the fabric. Place your material on it like this. Then sprinkle water on it. Then do your ironing. Don't mind the iron I'm using. We are having electricity problem in my area these days. I think maybe because of the rain disaster, because of what happened. So I'm making use of this as an alternative so that I won't delay the work of my client. So can you see, you will iron it straight down. Make sure you are placing a material on top of your fabric and sprinkle water on it. Then do the ironing like this. Now let's recheck what we have. This is 1 inch. This is 1 inch, and come over here. This is 1 inch. So the next thing you have to do now, bring up your fabric like this. Then at that 1 inch, just place your hemming gun. You are not sewing it. You know there's no any stitching at that part. You place your hemming gun on it like this, straight down. Place your hemming gun on that part. Then bring back your fabric to the normal position it was before. Make sure you set it very well, because once you gum the hemming gun, that's all. Yes. Can you see how it laid very well? Then you place your material, whatever you call it, maybe you call it pressing clothes or whatever you call it. Then place your material on it like this. Sprinkle water. Sprinkle your water on it. But this iron is too rich. Make sure you sprinkle that water on it very well. That hemming gum need water to melt together, to gum your fabric and melt together. So can you see what we have? We have a very sharp edge. Yes, we have a very sharp edge. Can you see? It has gummed everything together. Very, very neat. Can you see? We don't have any open area at that part. So we proceed to the next pleating. We proceed to the next pleating. Turn your fabric over like this. In any way that is convenient for you. Turn your fabric over like this. This is our upper region. Then the same thing we did to this part, same thing applicable to this part as well. Make your folding like this. The gap, the space that is going to be between this place is going to be 1 inch. 1 inch. It's going to be 1 inch. So place your tape like this. Once you place your tape like this, place it on 2 inches. Place it on 2 inches. Then give it a mark. Chalk it like that. Then come over here 2 inches. Then chalk it like that. So for this one, you will need additional 1 inch to make it 3 inches. Additional 1 inch to make it 3 inches from this pleat. Additional 1 inch. So from this place to this place now we have 3 inches. We have 3 inches. And from this place to this place, from this to this, we have 3 inches as well. Then give it a notch. The same thing we did to this place. Give it a notch like that. Come over here. Give it a notch. Then the next thing you have to do now, hold it at that point. Hold it at that point and make your folding like this. Make your folding like this. The reason why we mark this place, you can also give this place a notch to know where your folding will stop. You can also give it a notch like that. So you are holding the last notch here. The last one here, you are holding it, then you bend it, fold it over like this. Do you see the reason for this notch now? So that's where our plating is stopping. Then you will do the same thing to the down part as well. Make sure you set it very well. Make sure whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So it can take your time, but to give you a neat and eloquent job, you need to sorry. Yes. So the space I'm having left here now is 1 inch. I'm I'm having 1 inch left. So what I will have to do now, I will just place my material on top of it and sprinkle water on it, then do the ironing. You sprinkle your water on it, then you do your ironing. Just as we did to the first part. Make sure you cross check everything that you are having, that your line is equal and right. So this place is a little bit cooler than the other part, so I need to make an adjustment over here. Make sure you are placing material on top of your fabric. Don't place your iron on your material direct. Yeah. Can you see what we have here now? This is what we have. Then the next thing you have to do here is to place your hemming gum. Place your hemming gum at this part. If you measure your hemming gum, I think it should give you 1 inch. Can you see? 1 inch. So that's why we are dealing with 1 inch pleating over here. And if you are doing your own, if you are not making use of 1 inch, maybe you are going to trim your hemming gum. So once you place it like this, bring this back to the normal position. Then you put your material on it, sprinkle the water very well so that the hemming gum will ferment, so that it will melt. Sorry, and we gum that part together. As I said earlier, that you can make your design vertical or you can make it a horizontal one. So you press it very well like this. So this is the result of what we are having now. This is the results of what we are doing. This is what we are having. Then the next thing we need to do, the next thing we have to do now is to fold our material together like this. After we are done with our plating, we fold our material together like this. Remember, we are still dealing with the front panel. We have not cut the back panel yet. So the next thing you have to do now, this is our upper part. This is our upper part. Remember, our plating is falling at the right hand side. This is our upper part. Now we are dealing with the wrong side of the fabric again. Remember, this is our neck line. We have our 2.5 here, our 2.5. Then from here we have we made 3 inches down. 3 inches down. Then you connect it to your neck line. Connect that with your neckline. Then measure 2.5 inches down for your neck. 2.5 inches. Then you make a cuff. Make sure you make a very nice cuff for your neck. Then you trim it out like this. Now, this is what we have. You need to cut out your shoulder line so that you can know where your eyelet will start from. So from here now, let me measure 2 inches down. 2 inches. So this is where my eyelet is starting from now. My eyelet will be here. Then I will give it a gap of 4 inches. 4 inches. And mark it, a gap of 4 inches. It as well at the other side. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm having 16 eyelets. I will be making 16 eyelets to this point I've marked. 16 eyelets. So when I make the eyelet, I will come back and show you the results, and we will fix our rope in between it. So this is it after I've done my eyelet. Can you see? This is it. This is how it will be. So that's it. Then now I'm going to fix my rope. Just look at it how I'm going to fix the rope. When I insert the rope like this, just follow it step by step the way I do my own. first thing you need to do here, you need to examine if the length of the rope is right. It must be equal at the first stage before you continue passing it through the other eyelets. So you must ensure that the rope is equal at the end. Now you can proceed. Now you can proceed to fix the rope. This one like this. We insert it from the back, or any nice way you think it's gonna look good. Can you see the result it's giving us? Take this one again, you insert it from the back. Make sure you remove all the thread on the cloth. Make sure you remove all the thread so that you can have a good and neat work. So that's it. That's how you will fix it to the down part, to the last hole. So as you can see here, you see that I have my rope is surplus. Here. So what I have to do, and still it's still rhyme at the end, it's still equal at the end of everything. So you can just cut it like this. Then this one, place it under this place, and this one as well, you place it under that place. You can use your hemming gum to gum it down. So if anybody is looking at the dress, nobody will know the end of the rope. They will just see it like this. So they won't find the end of the rope. So that's how it's going to be. Just put your hemming gum, cut a piece of hemming gum, place it over it. Cut another one. You make sure it's on it and under the rope. You put one under the rope. Can you see? One under the rope and one on the rope, so that it will gum it down with the body. Then you do the second one like that also. So that is how to achieve your lace senator's wear. That's how to achieve it. Then what you need do now, you sprinkle water on it and do the ironing. That's all.